And joining us now with more on the status of the ceasefire is Shiri Fein Grossman, former head of the Foreign Policy and Regional Affairs Branch at the National Security Council. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Idar. Happy to be here.
So it didn't take long for Hezbollah to breach the ceasefire, but for now, despite an exchange of fire, are both sides still committed, still determined to uphold it?
Well, it seems so, pretty much. I mean, look, the agreement has made it very not clear. Everything is not clear about it, but the ambiguity is not a coincidence. Israel is trying to set a new standard where it doesn't sit still anymore to any attempts, any future attempts to attack it. It won't stand anymore just idly by why Hezbollah are piling up and continually checking the line and to see what's a violation, what's not a violation. The agreement says, and then that's more of the clear part, that Lebanon is supposed to prevent any action of attack against Israel, and the IDF is there to enforce it. Unlike previously, like we saw after 2006, that we didn't see any action from UNIFIL or others, and Israel has stopped counting on others to do what it needs to be done to protect its citizens.
And that actually leads me exactly to my next question. I mean, where are the peacekeeping forces? Where is the Lebanese army? I mean, are we truly expected to believe that this time around they'll be effective? Or do you really see that enforcement will inevitably fall solely on Israel?
Yeah, well, we see from the first moment, we've seen thousands of residents of South Lebanon, which most of them and large portions of them are Hezbollah operatives. That's who are the residents of the South Lebanon villages. They've been totally brainwashed and educated by Hezbollah and trained to be operatives, and everything they're doing daily is pushing the lines. Just today we heard of a shepherd being killed, and that's exactly things that we saw between 2006 till 2024. Hezbollah keeps pushing the line, trying to manipulate the agreement and the international law and international resolutions, and Israel is forced by global players to adhere by it. Well, now we're seeing somewhat of a precedent that Israel is trying to put in place, where it's no longer counting on international and Lebanese forces, but it's operating itself. Look, time will tell what this will be shaped like. I mean, we haven't seen a major escalation yet. We could get there, but it's really a matter of Lebanon and how forceful and how seriously it will take this new reality, where Israel is not willing to take it anymore, and it's not in a good strategic place in light of what's going on in Syria as well.
Now, Defense Minister Katz just today issued a threat saying that if Lebanon does not uphold the ceasefire, that Israel will no longer differentiate between Hezbollah and between Lebanon. I mean, do you think this is the right course of action for Israel?
Well, look, it's a stick or a carrot. Israel, right up till now, we haven't seen it use that it didn't target anyone outside really of the Hezbollah or Shia affiliated population in Lebanon, and that gained her a lot of support and legitimacy within the Lebanese, population. Having said that, the agreement states that the Lebanese army must come and enforce these violations south to the Litani and cross the border with Israel. And if Lebanon is not serious about that, then that puts also Israel and the region in a bind. And hopefully the mediators, France and the US, will be more forceful in forcing the Lebanese army and government to do what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Though we already are seeing accusations of Israel responding too aggressively, Biden administration officials have called on Israel to what they call ease the enforcement. I mean, is this a sign that the mediators, the United States, France, are willing to once again look the other way when it comes to Hezbollah?
Yes, unfortunately, it seems that way. Look, nobody has, let's say, broken the deal yet, this is these are bad signs. This is not. This shouldn't be what's been said publicly. If you want to say it discreetly, then that's the message you can have to the Israeli government, and it could be much more effective. The U.S. and France and other allies, if it wants to be successful in this, it must show 100% support in Israel in public sphere, showing Hezbollah. Then that's it. That's the end of the road. Hezbollah and Lebanon. You must keep the international resolution, and you must respect them. And this, this is a precedent for the world to see. Do UN resolution mean anything? Security Council resolution, up till now, from the Lebanese point for Israel, it really meant nothing. And so this is a global issue. It's not only a Middle Eastern issue.
Absolutely. Well, Shiri, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much.